Historical records cannot be entirely trusted. Xiefeng. March 27, 2024. Those who rely solely on historical records to understand history often lack independent thinking. Most historians or narrators of history are merely mouthpieces for deception, and historical records written at the behest of those in power are often unreliable. Only those who have personally experienced history can truly know its reality. The poor cannot impartially judge the rich. The defeated cannot objectively assess the victorious. Those who seize power will not fairly evaluate the achievements of their predecessors. Those who have suffered injustice cannot impartially reflect on objective facts. Most people judge others or events from the perspective of their own class, status, interests, position, beliefs, and values rather than from an objective and fair standpoint. Even those who respect people and facts may still distort the truth due to the limitations of their understanding and consciousness. Consequently, their retelling may deviate from the original meaning, or even completely alter and lose its essence. From this, it becomes clear that the information recorded in books passed down through the ages cannot be entirely trusted. Even monumental texts such as the Bible, Buddhist scriptures, and the Tao Te Ching are not entirely reliable unless they were directly written by their authors. Anything written from memory, copied, or compiled by later generations may contain distortions. The most effective way to cover up wrongful acts is to invert right and wrong, to confuse truth with falsehood. Next comes intimidation, threats, or even the eradication of dissenting voices. Then, through the use of words, images, and edited videos, one can glorify one's deeds. Over time, the truth becomes entirely obscured, and history presents only a glorious facade. This understanding is not based on archaeological discoveries that reveal discrepancies between historical texts and reality but on my personal experiences. For instance, there is a video online that misrepresents the second home created by Lifechanyuan as an evil home. Every claim in that video is fabricated and entirely contrary to the facts. Not only does it misrepresent the truth, but it also reverses it completely. This deeply reinforced my realization that historical records cannot be entirely trusted. Similarly, no online statement can be fully trusted, especially those from powerful circles, whose evaluations and definitions are even more suspect. Only what we personally experience and witness can be regarded as real, everything else is difficult to verify as either true or false. For example, a certain medicine might be praised in advertisements and endorsed by celebrities with exaggerated claims, but its actual efficacy can only be known through personal use and validation. The true history of the past is something we can never fully understand because we cannot go back in time to personally experience it. Most information online is untrustworthy because much of it is merely reposted and distorted hearsay, not first-hand accounts. Even first-hand accounts cannot always be personally verified or experienced by us. If we believe, we risk being deceived; if we don't believe, we might miss great opportunities. Ultimately, whether to believe or not rests on our own judgment. It is better to read the wordless book of heaven, to observe the sky, the earth, people, objects, and all phenomena in nature. Unlike books written by humans, the wordless book of heaven reveals the words of the greatest creator. Hello, Zimbabwe. Isn't it time for reflection? Xiefeng. May 15, 2023. Hello, Zimbabwe. I lived on your land for 16 years, once dreaming of spending my entire life in your embrace. You are a land I deeply love, yet also where my dreams were shattered. Today, you have become one of the poorest countries in the world. Have you ever asked yourself why? You had the potential to be one of the richest nations on earth. You are blessed with one of the world's most livable climates, neither scorching summers nor harsh winters, just year-round greenery and blooming flowers. You were once celebrated as the breadbasket of Africa and the Little Paris of Africa. Tourist destinations like Wang National Park and Victoria Falls are among the world's most breathtaking. I have traveled across your mountains and rivers, and wherever I went, there was only one word to describe it: beautiful. The Shona, your predominant ethnic group, are kind-hearted, peaceful, and broad-minded. After 16 years of close interactions with both the Shona and Ndebele, I grew to love them deeply. With such excellent environmental, climatic, and cultural conditions, why have you become one of the world's poorest and most underdeveloped nations? Is it not time for some serious reflection? Your gravest mistake was the violent land reform, which expropriated thousands of white-owned farms. Those farms were the lifeblood of your economy. It was as if you severed your own lifeline. How could you not fall into poverty? By cutting off the main artery, you deprived all capillaries of energy input, leading to the country's overall decline. The economy collapsed, the currency became worthless, talent fled, capital withdrew, and foreign reserves disappeared. As a result, power supply became unreliable, roads fell into disrepair, food became scarce, and goods grew increasingly limited. Factories shut down, unemployment soared, government credibility crumbled, and corruption spread among officials. Theft and crime surged, and in the end, the nation became the poorest in the world. Land reform was only a surface issue. The deeper problem lies in your hostility toward foreign capital. Your sense of national pride is built on an illusory foundation. You lack technology, capital, and modern governance experience, yet you drove away those who possessed these resources. It's against the natural order for you not to descend into poverty and backwardness. One fundamental truth you fail to grasp: the wealthy are seldom patriotic. Or to put it another way, among all citizens, capitalists are the least patriotic. For capitalists, home is wherever they can profit, secure their wealth, and enjoy life. If you offer capitalists safety and freedom, they will treat your country as their own. They won't send their money back to their hometowns but will instead spend it locally. When you expel capitalists, their funds, technology, and experience leave with them. Companies and factories close, unemployment rises, and your economy deteriorates. Poverty and backwardness become inevitable. Even locally born capitalists will transfer their funds abroad if they feel their money is unsafe in your country. They won't be foolish enough to keep their wealth in an insecure and unprofitable environment. In today's world, the strategy of being a small, isolated nation and shutting foreign investors out is tantamount to locking yourself in a prison. Reflect, Zimbabwe. Rejoin the Commonwealth, restore the farms to their rightful owners, and welcome capital investment. Stop enacting policies that restrict foreign investment. If you do so, Zimbabwe will regain its glory. You will emerge from poverty and backwardness and step into the ranks of civilized and prosperous nations.